It is the morning show with Terry, and joining us here on the program, a monster of a man, 6'3", 260 pounds, Paul Cheng. Good morning, Paul. How you doing, man?
Thanks for having me. 大家好.
All right. Geez, I would say that you are the biggest person we've had on the morning show.
Oh, really? I don't know. Most of the time, even in Canada, most people, you're the biggest Chinese person I've ever seen.
Well, okay. You know what? I've lived in Taiwan for 15 years. I'd say you're the biggest Taiwanese person I've seen in 15 years.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, actually. You are a mountain of a man. Where are you from right now? Where are you living?
Right now I'm living in Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada.
Beautiful. That's where my folks live. What part of Vancouver, out of curiosity?
I live in Coquitlam.
Oh, nice. Okay, beautiful. And you are Taiwanese.
Yes.
Your folks are Taiwanese. They were born here and emigrated.
I was born here.
You were born here as well?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were born in Canada.
No,
okay,
I was born in Taipei, Taiwan, and I lived here to age 9, and I immigrated to Canada with my parents to Toronto. 9 years old with my family, my parents, and my sister.
Wow. Okay, and then you've been to BC. That's kind of my route as well. I was born in Toronto, but went to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. And how often do you get back here to Taipei?
The last time I came back was 5 or 6 years ago, just to visit my grandma, and she passed away. So God bless her.
All right. Now, you are a pro MMA fighter. You're about as big as there. There are not a lot of Taiwanese in the heavyweight category, are there?
I think I might be the only one in the world.
I think you might be the only one in the world as well. A distinction from our man Paul here, and the reason you're here is because July 11th you got something big going on, and we're going to get to that more in a second. But I just want to sort of preface all that by saying you got a big bout coming up July 11th. I'm going to ask you about that coming up. But before we do, one of the a couple of things that some of the listeners were asking me. They said, you should ask him this, you should ask him that. So I want to throw a couple of these things out here. Okay, what is your training regimen for the day look like? And more specifically, they want to know, what do you eat?
Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, in terms of training regimen, I train about anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a day, not including travel time, just actual training time. So I'll get up in the morning, do a light cardio session, and then have a training session at noon to 2 to 2:30, and then I'll take a few hours break, and I'll start training again from 6:30 to 8:30 to 9. Depends what my coach feels like, and depends how good of a day I have. And then I'll eat. I don't know. I guess as soon as I get up, as soon as I'm my first cardio session, and then I'll have protein shakes, supplements, and then lunch, and then snacks, and I eat all the time. All the time.
When you carry around a frame like that, I guess you kind of have to. Tell me, some people wanted to know about your previous matches. As a pro, you are 4-1. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you have fought some of the toughest guys going. Anybody in the heavyweight category is always considered just the toughest guys. What's the difference between the categories? I mean, between a bantamweight fighter and a heavyweight fighter like yourself?
The difference is this with lighter weight classes. I guess guys don't have as much power, and in the heavyweight weight class, one punch, one kick changes the fight, and usually that's what happens.
You go in with that mentality?
Yeah. My last 3 fights, I finished in the first round, and then I plan to do the same. July 11th.
How well versed does a heavyweight fighter need to be in sort of the groundwork, in submission techniques? How big of a role does that play in a heavyweight match as opposed to a lighter weight match?
It's just the same as every other weight division, because it's mixed martial arts, and again, emphasize mixed martial arts. So you have to be able to mix up your stand up and be able to dictate where you want the fight to go.
Right.
So I love standing. I love standing and banging, but at the same time, I like it on the ground too. Doesn't really matter.
You're comfortable on the ground, are you?
Yeah.
I'm far more comfortable on the ground, usually in a curled up fetal position by the couch. But, that's a little different. Paul, July 11th, you're in here at the NTU Sports complex there, and this is a big deal. You got a big fight coming up. Who are you fighting?
As of right now, I'm fighting a guy from Egypt by the name of Mahmoud Hassan. And I guess he's an Egyptian boxing champion, but I fought I fought a top-notch striker the last time I was in 1FC. I beat him in the first round, and I beat one of Canada's top boxers in the first round, and I beat everyone in the first round. So
you're not worried about this whatsoever. You're going up against another heavyweight, so that I'm assuming the guy is 220 odd pounds or heavier, and you're not worried about this at all.
You know what? I respect the man, but I fear no one. That's right. The thing. I respect everyone because it takes a lot of balls to get in that cage.
Yeah.
And to stand in front of me or any other man.
Of course. So, we refer to them as disco balls around here, by the way. That's of course what you're talking about. No, I can see where you're not afraid of anybody. I mean, obviously, a big guy you're like yourself. There's no fear whatsoever. But what other sort of attitudes are you taking into the ring? You said that you respect your opponent, of course. You don't take fear in there. But is there any sort of other mental aspect you need to go in there with?
Be calm.
Right. So
be really calm. Patience and calmness. Because you know what? I just as an example, my last fight, I was losing the first 3 minutes, and I fought a really, really tough guy, a monster, and you know, I had to stay calm to figure my way out of the jam I got myself into, and then I figured it out, and I ended up finishing the fight and won. So, and as a reward, 1FC gave me the opportunity to fight in my home country and fight in front of Taiwanese people, and I am just so ecstatic, and I can't wait. I can't wait for July 11th to come.
You know, MMA is a growing sport all over the world, and more specifically here in Asia. How do you see the fighting climate in Taiwan? Have you had an opportunity to come and kind of have a look around, or any of the fighters that are here in Taiwan, or the gyms? Is this a sport that's going to grow in Taiwan?
I believe so. MMA is the fastest growing sport in the world, whether in Asia or North America. I have followed some Taiwan MMA in terms of I followed that pro organization, and I see some top quality fighters, and I believe Taiwan can. There's champions in Taiwan, but we just haven't found them yet.
Yeah, right. Okay. Paul, is your sight set on becoming the champion of the world?
Of course. That's if you don't want to be champion of the world. Number 2 is the first loser. No offense. So,
right.
If you participate in sport, you want to be the best, and that's what I strive to be, and that's what I want to. That's my dream. That's my goal, and I know has not been an Asian heavyweight world champion in the history of man, and I believe I can be the first.
When's that going to be? How long is that going to take you to achieve this goal? Because you're going through the competition right now. Seemingly fairly easy. I would say you've knocked out people in the first round. It doesn't seem to be. When are you going to be the heavyweight champion of the world?
That's up to 1FC, and that's up to Victor. That's up to Matt Hume, and I will take every fight as they give me, and I just have to keep winning, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I take it one step at a time. I don't want to think too far ahead of myself, but again, that's the ultimate goal, and that's my dream, and I hope there's another Taiwanese champion that follows me.
Excellent. All right, Paul. Well, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to spin a tune here, because while we do this, we're going to set it up. We want to give some tickets away to the event coming up July 11th. It's by the way, and if anybody hasn't been to a mixed martial arts event like this one, like 1FC, this is just spectacular stuff. This is a real prize here. We're going to give it away, and what we're going to do is we're going to play, and hopefully you're not going to get upset with me about this. We're going to play Are You Smarter Than an MMA Fighter? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pose to you all these questions that I have. You're going to give an answer. We're going to get somebody to call in, and they're either going to agree with your answer or disagree with your answer. They got to get 3 in a row. They get one wrong, they're gone. out of the ring.
Okay.
So you're good with that?
Hey, whatever. Let's play.
All right. Okay. So here's what I want. Here's what I want you to do. 8522-8282. That is the number to call right now. If you think you are smarter than an MMA fighter, give me a call right now on the line. We've got tickets to give away for July 11th. There's going to be a good one. It's going to be a big deal out at the NTU Sports Arena. It's a Friday night. This is a fight that's televised all over the world as well.
Yeah, ONE FC is live to 1 billion people.
Yeah, this isn't like you're fighting in front of me and my friends or anything like that. This is like 1 billion people around the world. This is carried by Fox, I think, and it's going to be all over the place. So you're going to be nervous, I bet.
Yeah.
In front of your hometown folk. Wow. Okay, so this is a huge deal. So 8522-8282, that's the number I want you to call right now. You can get yourself tickets to go see Paul Cheng fighting in the main event, obviously. And if you see the size of this guy, you'd know why it's the main event. Give me a call now. This is going to be Motley Crue. In the meantime, while I take some calls and we get some worthy contenders on the line here, take on a perennial heavyweight champion with your brain, of course, not your brawn. 8522-8282. That's the number to call. Kickstart my heart. This is Motley Crue. In the meantime, right here on ICRT FM 100. ICRT FM 100. That is Motley Crue. Now we've got a number of people on the line here willing to take on the heavyweight Paul Cheng here. So you'll all get a chance. Keep on the line. 8522-8282. Basically, what's going to happen, Paul, is I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to give me an answer. Any answer. Doesn't matter. Whatever it is. Right or wrong. And the listener who's on the line is going to agree or disagree with your answer.
All right.
If they get 3 in a row correct, they get the tickets. You get 1 wrong, and you're out of here. Good morning. Who's on the phone?
Hello?
Who's on the phone?
Oh, my name is Shnan.
Shnan?
Shnan, yes.
Okay, all right. Now, you're going to go against Paul here. You set for this?
Yes.
You're going to agree with him, or you're going to disagree with his answer, okay? You got to get 3 in a row. You get 1 wrong, you're gone. All right? Here we go. Paul, you ready?
Sure.
Question number 1. Which organ produces insulin? Is it the liver, the bladder, or the pancreas?
Pancreas.
All right. What do you think? You agree with Paul or you disagree?
Disagree.
You disagree with Paul. Shan, I hate to tell you this, but you're gone already. Sorry, my man.
All right, thank you very much.
You should have agreed with him. You should have agreed with him. We need, thanks for trying, though. 8522-8282. Give me a call, and we'll see what you got against Paul Cheng. Jeez, that was, you're just not going to, you're right. You do finish him off early, don't you?
Yeah.
That was, by the way, an early grade anatomy question. So there you go. You knocked that one right out of the park. Here we go. Next caller. We got a bunch of callers. Good morning, ICRT. Who's this?
Hi, I'm Agnes.
All right, Agnes. Are you all set to take on the heavyweight champ here?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. All right. All you got to do is agree or disagree with him, Agnes. Paul, ascorbic acid is otherwise known as vitamin A, vitamin B, or vitamin C?
Vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
All right, Agnes, so you agree with him, correct?
Yep.
Okay. All you got to do is agree or disagree, Agnes. Here we go. Paul, an amoeba has how many cells? 1, 5, or millions?
1.
Agree or disagree, Agnes?
Disagree.
Disagree. Agnes, I hate to tell you this. Paul's right again. He's knocking him out of the park. Oh, no, Agnes. Oh, jeez. Okay, I thought Agnes was our winner there. Good morning, ICRT. Who's this?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
This is Neil.
Neil. All right,
Yeah.
Neil, you ready to take on the heavyweight champ?
Yeah, I'm ready.
He's knocking him out of the park. I'm not going to give you a multiple choice on this.
Sure.
Here we go. Because these are too easy for you, Paul. So no multiple choice. So, Neil, all you have to do is agree or disagree with Paul.
Okay.
Paul, Casablanca is in which country? A little bit more difficult for you now.
Ooh.
Casablanca is in which country?
Spain.
Okay. Do you agree or you disagree, Neil?
Disagree.
You disagree. All right, guess what? That's one. Hang on the line, Neil. Here we go. Question number 2 for you, Paul. A typical string quartet. This is third grade music, by the way. A typical string quartet has 2 violins, 1 viola, and 1 blank. A typical string quartet. What are you thinking? Oh, he's thinking now. We got him on the ropes, as they say in the fighting business. As we say in the fighting business.
Flute.
Okay. You agree with him or you disagree, Neil?
Disagree.
Okay, yeah. I think that's 2, Neil. You got it. Okay, yeah. No, the answer was you're exactly right. The answer was a cello. Yeah, you're right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we go. Which famous composer wrote the 1812 Overture? Which famous composer, of the classic era?
Beethoven.
Okay, do you agree or you disagree?
Which one again?
The 1812 Overture.
Okay.
Paul says it was Beethoven. If you get this right, you're going. You disagree. Neil, you're going to go see Paul fight somebody. You're going to go see the Taiwanese monster, Paul the Typhoon Ton, at the sports arena. All right, excellent stuff. And you know what everybody gets around here, don't you, when they win? Not only do you get the prize, but you get the Mexican hat dance as well. So there you go. All right. Neil.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Here's what I'm going to get you to do, Neil. I'm going to get you to hang on the line, and I'll get your information in a moment, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you're just going to have to hang there for a second. It's 10:40 in the morning, and Paul, I tell you what, you were just knocking them out of the park. You're right. You do finish them off early.
Yeah.
I had to make it more difficult for you. I actually had to make it more difficult for you. All right. Paul.
I went to university for something. I tried.
All right, you're here. You're back July 11th. You got a big fight, big heavyweight match. 1FC's in town. You're in town. It's going to be a big deal. You're going to finish this guy off early. What are you going to tell your opponent right now? You got an opportunity to tell him.
Hey, just show up, man. Let's rock and roll. Let's perform, and let's put on some fireworks for Taiwan.
Yeah,
that's all I'm trying to do, man.
All right.
Win, lose, or draw. I just want to show Taiwanese fans a explosive day. That's all I'm saying.
Excellent. Well, Paul, listen, thanks for coming in here this morning. Thanks for being our special guest. Thanks for being a good sport, by the way, with Are You Smarter Than an MMA Fighter? And apparently not too many out there that are smarter than an MMA fighter. So there you go. The testament to the sport, of course.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
No problem. And hopefully we'll see you back here July 11th. When you're coming back, hopefully we'll meet again.
Oh, thank you so much.
Paul, the Typhoon Ton, right here. He's in town again July 11th. At the NTU Sports Arena. Congratulations to Neil as well, who proved he was a fairly worthy contender to boot. We'll be back in just a few moments here. It's the morning show with Terry on ICRT.